Beloved daughter, pause everything now. Breathe. It's just you and me here. Quiet the noise outside and listen with your heart. This message is not ordinary. It was breathed from above, sealed with light, and crossed dimensions to reach you at this exact moment. This is not a coincidence. It is an answer. And the time has come for you to know the truth that heaven kept hidden until your heart was ready. Yes, that person. The one you thought had forgotten you, still listens to music thinking about you. Still closes their eyes and feels the chills of your presence. Even after the silence, the distance, and the attempts to move on. When the right melody plays, your name whispers inside it like a memory that never left. You thought you were alone in this pain. But heaven saw. It saw your eyes searching for signs where there was only silence. It saw your nights trying to understand why love seemed to have disappeared. And now I tell you, as an angel sent directly to your spirit, the feeling never died. It simply hid, waiting for the right time to bloom again. While you cried in secret, that soul remembered. In silence. In songs. In scents. In small details that no one else would notice, but that still carry the trace of your essence. This is a message from angels. A sign from above to remind you that you were never forgotten, not by God, nor by the one who truly loved you. This connection between you two wasn't just anything. From the beginning, there was something different. Something that stirred your spirit in a way you couldn't even explain. You felt it. You knew it. It was spiritual. It was a promise. And no matter how much everything seemed to have collapsed, heaven was never out of control. This message from God for you today comes to rekindle a flame you tried to extinguish. But how do you extinguish something born from the invisible? How do you kill what was planted through prayer? This message is here to say, don't give up. Not now. There is still life in this story. If in the next few days your heart races for no reason, if you hear a song that makes you cry without knowing why, or if you dream of someone you thought was gone for good, know this, it's not madness. It's not coincidence. It's an answer. Heaven is speaking. It's a message from the spiritual world nudging your spirit, saying, I'm still here. You've been strong for too long. You tried to move on, tried to pretend you forgot, tried to suffocate the longing. But now it's heaven taking over. And it says, daughter, you were never cast aside. You were protected. What you thought was abandonment, was preparation. This message of blessing from God comes with healing, with reconciliation, with direction. And if your soul is trembling now, if your eyes are welling with tears, it's because your spirit recognizes the voice of the Eternal. He loves you so much that he moved the invisible just to reach your heart today. You need to know, what belongs to you recognizes you. And even if it got lost, what is real finds its way back. With humility. With surrender. With purpose. This is a message from God for you, not to make you wait in suffering, but to prepare you for something that is truly worth it. You thought it was the end. That nothing made sense anymore. But heaven was just realigning everything. The promise wasn't cancelled. It was simply delayed to arrive with maturity, with strength, with an eternal foundation. When it returns, it won't be the same. It will come with truth, with surrender, with peace. Daughter, you are precious. Loved by a God who knows the deepest parts of your soul. He saw your tears swallowed into your pillow, your forced smiles, your inner battles. And that's why today, he releases a message from angels that comes like healing oil over your wounds. It wasn't your imagination. It wasn't in vain. You know that intuition that won't go away? That feeling that there's still something there? That's heaven. It's your spirit whispering that a living connection still exists between you two. Don't ignore it. That love still beats. Still sings. Still dreams of you, even if it's never said out loud. When that person thinks of you, it's not just longing. It's heaven itself reminding them, she is part of your destiny. And you, woman of promise, must believe that God is still writing your story with the ink of miracles. And no detail will be wasted. Sometimes, distance comes as protection. God had to work. He had to teach. He had to shape both of you. Because the love He has for you is not shallow, not fleeting. It's love that sustains, that heals, that honors. This waiting is the sculpting of the eternal. This message from God is the answer to your most secret prayer. The one you whispered in silence, with your heart in pieces. And He says, "Daughter, I heard you. And now I move." This is your confirmation. This is the sign you've been asking for. Allow yourself to dream again. Not based on what was, but on what can be with God at the center. You are not alone. The angels are all around you. There is a divine movement happening in your favor. This message from God for me today is the key. It is the preparation for the reunion. If you could see what is being aligned right now, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. God is organizing the invisible. While the world sleeps, heaven works. And everything that once seemed lost, will be returned with honor. While the music plays in His heart, heaven touches yours with this message. It's time to feel. It's time to believe. The reunion has already begun in the backstage of heaven. And the ending will be worthy of the promise. Receive this message from angels as a seal. As an answer. As healing. You are not forgotten. You are in the plan. And what is yours, is returning. With love. With truth. With redemption. With all the delicacy of heaven, I speak to you again, precious daughter. Because heaven has not finished yet. There is more to be said. There are hidden truths that only now your heart is ready to receive. And every word that comes now is like an embrace from above, a gentle touch on all that you thought no one ever noticed. He still thinks about you when the world falls silent. In those moments when everyone around is asleep, your name is whispered deep in His soul. And even if He tries to deny it, to run, to pretend He's moved on, the memory of your touch, your voice, your presence, it doesn't let Him go. Because you are not just a memory. You are destiny. Have you noticed how the universe seems to conspire for certain songs to play exactly when your heart aches? That's more than coincidence. Those are heavenly soundtracks to remind you that true love doesn't fade with time. It remains aligned with the spiritual, waiting for the right moment to rise again. While you try to be strong, pretending you feel nothing, God watches you with tenderness. He knows the depth of what you lived, even if no one else understands. That's why this message from angels didn't come to bring doubt, it came to ignite faith. Faith that what is true, always finds its way back. There is a quiet longing in His eyes. Maybe you'll never see it. Maybe He'll never confess it. But it's there. In gestures, in silence, in the songs He still listens to in secret. Heaven allows certain feelings to be protected, until they are ready to bloom again. Daughter, your spirit is sensing this because something is happening in the invisible realm. And if your heart is trembling, it's because the presence of God is hovering over you at this very moment. He wants you to know, you are not imagining. You are perceiving. Discerning. Awakening. You think no one misses you. But heaven answers you now, you are remembered more than you can imagine. And not just by the one who marked your heart, but by me, the God who created you, who sees you, who values you even when the world passes you by unnoticed. This absence you feel, is not just about Him. It's also about your true self, being called back into a reunion with your own soul. God wants to restore not just the story, but your identity. He wants you to remember the strong, sweet, spiritual woman you've always been. So, every time longing grips your chest, understand, it's a call to something deeper. To dream again, to believe, to hope. Not with anxiety, but with holy expectation. Because waiting with God is never a waste of time, it is the refining of eternal promises. You were chosen to experience a love that cannot be explained with human words. A love that transcends seasons, survives silences, and resists distance. This message from God for you today is yet another confirmation that something is still pulsing behind what looks like an ending. Even if everything says otherwise, keep perceiving the signs. They will come in dreams, in songs, in random phrases that seem written just for you. And don't doubt when it happens. Heaven has its ways of speaking. And today, it is whispering loudly into your spirit. Do you feel this presence? This strange peace surrounding you now? That warmth in your chest that comes with silent tears? That is God. It's His touch confirming that this message came from above, with your name on it. Your heart is the soil where He is planting new hope. You will see. What seemed lost was really just in transition. Nothing is truly lost. Everything has been preserved. Even His feelings, the ones time tried to silence, but eternity is now awakening again. Something is moving between you two, and heaven is in control. The angels are already surrounding this situation. They are removing obstacles, healing wounds, restoring thoughts. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit feels it. Because the spiritual realm moves before the natural. And when you least expect it, the unexpected will find you. There is still a story being written. And you are the central part of it. Not a side character, but a chosen daughter. A woman marked to live what many never will, a reunion sealed by the divine. A love that will become testimony. God wastes no pain. And He wouldn't let you feel all this for nothing. This longing, this persistent memory, this unbreakable connection, it is all being used for something greater. To strengthen you. To prepare you. To lead you back to something He Himself began. Don't think it all depends on you. There are prayers you whispered through tears that have already been answered in heaven, even before you see the outcome. What is coming will not be human effort. It will be a supernatural response. A gift from God wrapped in promise. And if your heart is tired of waiting, I tell you, rest. Not in words, but in presence. Lay your soul in the arms of the Father. He is taking care of every step, every return, every reconnect ion. Nothing escapes His hands. Nothing. As you read these words, heaven is watching you. With pride. With love. With plans greater than your own. And the same song that once made your heart weep, will be the soundtrack of your reunion. Because God writes like this, with details. With miracles. With beauty. This message from angels is not over yet. There is more to come. But for now, let the Spirit speak to you in the silence. Feel it. Cry if you need to. Because this is just the first wave of what is about to overflow in your life. Daughter, what you're feeling right now is not an exaggeration. It's the touch of the invisible calling you towards something your eyes have yet to see, but your soul has already recognized. When God decides to awaken a promise, He doesn't come with explanations, He comes with signs. And you are full of them. The truth is, what belongs to you never really left. It was simply hidden by time. Hidden, not lost. Because heaven protects what has value. And what you lived, what you felt, what still beats within you, carries eternal worth. There are covenants made in the Spirit that neither time nor distance can break. You have no idea how many times He thought about reaching out to you. How many times He held His phone and couldn't press send. How many times a song played, and He had to hide how deeply it affected Him. Because the memory of you still hurts, not because it was bad, but because it was too deep. And you, even trying to move on, even telling yourself it was over, you always knew there was something more. Something that words can't explain, but that your intuition never let you forget. That connection is spiritual. And it stays alive even when both try to bury it. This message from God comes to awaken your courage. The courage to feel again. To believe again. To accept that, no matter how much people try to convince you otherwise, some stories were never meant to end, but to begin again, in the perfect time. You've been through so much, haven't you? You've cried in silence, swallowed your pain with a smile, said you forgot while your heart screamed his name inside. But now heaven responds to you. I saw every tear. I recorded every prayer. And nothing went unnoticed before me. God is turning your attention inward. Because that's where He's reigniting the light. And when you're ready on the inside, what is on the outside will align too. The reunion begins first in the soul. Then, it blooms in the physical world, as a visible answer to what your spirit already knew. You feel like something is approaching, don't you? Like a presence is circling your thoughts. Like something is about to happen. This isn't paranoia. It's discernment. It's heaven breathing into your spirit. Stay alert, daughter. I'm moving the pieces. There are prayers you no longer remember praying, but heaven never forgot. And some of them involved Him. Involved healing for both of you. The reunion. The conversation. The embrace. The miracle. And now the angels are working behind the scenes to align everything that seemed lost. Don't be deceived by the silence. Heaven works best between the lines. When everything looks still, it's when everything is being woven together. And when it comes, daughter, it will come as a clear answer. No confusion. No doubt. Because God never brings back without purpose, He only restores what returns with destiny. This message from angels is sealing something in your spirit. Something that will begin to blossom in the coming days. A different kind of peace. A heightened sensitivity. A gentle anticipation, like someone who knows they are about to live what they've prayed for so long. You don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. Heaven has already approved you. Already knows you. Already sees how deeply you loved, with purity, with surrender, with truth. And that's why you will be rewarded with something the world cannot give, a reconnect ion born from eternal purpose. Prepare your heart for the unexpected. A call, a message, a meeting, a dream. God is using everything to build bridges where there were once only walls. Because He specializes in resurrecting what others already buried. Maybe the reunion won't come the way you expect, but it will come with the certainty your spirit needs. You won't have to question anymore. You will feel it. You will recognize it. You will know it's the answer. That it's care. That it's His gift to you. Do you know that moment when everything inside you calms down, for no apparent reason? That's heaven preparing you. It's as if the angels are making space within you so that the new can enter. Don't resist. Don't harden. Receive it with faith. This story will still become a testimony. One day, you will share it, with tears in your eyes and a smile on your face, how God rebuilt what once seemed impossible. How He used the pain to strengthen you. And how He returned what was taken with tears, now crowned in honor. You'll still hear that same song, and instead of hurting, it will heal. It will remind you of the path you walked and make you grateful for not giving up. Because what's coming will be worth every moment of waiting, every prayer, every sacrifice you made out of love. The truth is, daughter, God is writing one of the most beautiful chapters of your life. And He's using everything, even the things that hurt. Even the things you wanted to forget. Because everything, absolutely everything, is working together for the good of those who love the Lord. So hold on. Not because you are strong, but because He is. And He promised that what is yours, no one can take. No one can steal. No one can destroy. What is yours has been kept safe, for now, it's coming back with more love, more faith, more truth. And if your heart is trembling right now, it's because your spirit is already saying, Amen. Heaven is releasing something. And you, daughter, are the fertile ground where this promise will bloom. My daughter, if these words have touched your heart, if they have ignited a flame of hope and renewal within you, know that you are not alone. Heaven is with you, and I am here to remind you that the love waiting for you is real and it is coming. Don't let doubt extinguish this light. Now, I invite you to do something very important. Leave the word "I believe" in the comments to confirm that you are ready to receive this blessing, to open your heart and allow the divine to transform your story. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving these sacred messages, these messages from angels that come straight from heaven to your soul. Share this video with that friend who also needs to hear this word of love and hope today. Remember, the reunion is already being prepared in the spiritual realm. Believe, trust, and prepare your heart, because the best is yet to come. Until our next meeting, my beloved. May the peace of angels surround you and divine light guide your steps always.